She was thinner and stuff like that because she's his second wife.
Oh, really?
Because the oldest two kids that aren't talking to him are from his first wife.
Second wife?
Yeah, she's his second wife.
They don't even look that old. You said 20 years at that.
Yeah,
they got before then.
Yeah, because I guess he was married to his first wife only like 10 or 15 years, and they had the first.
I'm sorry, 35 years of marriage.
He's 50. They haven't been together 35. They've been together for like 20.
No, 20. I'm saying you just added up 35 years of marriage.
Yeah, he's in his mid 50s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in his mid 50s. Actually, I think he's like 55.
Some motherfucker been married for 20 years.
Yeah. So that's where the younger kids came from. The 3 younger kids. And the 2 older kids who aren't talking to him are from his first marriage. You know, his granddaughter, the little mixed girl, that's from his son. And then the other daughter,
I don't even remember. I ain't seen that show in so long.
Well, I could tell you that because, you know, I'm on social media. It's a hot mess. Well, no, his daughter and him got into it, the oldest one. She was going to sue him.
No, we live.
Huh? On
We're
everything?
Live. Yep.
So you got me saying but she tried to sue him, saying that they had supposedly blackmailing her for a sex tape or something like that. It was a hot mess.
What?
Who had a sex tape?
Rich white people problems.
Who had a sex tape?
No, his oldest daughter.
What?
His oldest daughter?
Yeah, like she was suing. She was
with a black dude?
No.
Ah.
No, his oldest son. His baby's mama is a black girl. That's where the little girl came from, Chloe.
Ah.
His granddaughter's mixed, yeah.
She fine.
I don't know. She lives in South Carolina somewhere.
What you gonna go try?
Supposedly they said that she gave her custody, her rights over to them. I think they probably paid her some money to get custody of that girl. I think they paid her money to get custody of that girl personally. That's my opinion.
That's crazy.
You know, rich white folks' problems. Even though they did owe a couple million in taxes. I don't know how they got off that.
That's, that's hardly a problem. I mean, this taxes part is a problem. But, blended families.
But, you know, reality people, though, a lot of them don't be paying their taxes. I mean, Mary the Manson, some of them may pay their taxes.
Okay. Anyway.
There's a thing about that. I read it in Rich Dad Poor Dad.
People not paying their taxes.
Thing, about the history of taxes a little bit, too. It's kind of crazy. Like how, I don't remember exactly, so I'm not going to try to quote it and fuck myself up. But, yeah, it was
I'll let you know, because I started rereading it. But
you did?
I got some other books I got to read.
Okay.
That's good. What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, DJ your boy.
Oh, it's my turn. Social butterfly fly.
And Volnavia Johnson.
Yeah, the latest episode of Happy Hour. Yeah.
Side note, have you got into reading Think and Grow Rich yet? You probably haven't.
Yeah.
No, I was told.
Just for the record, when you read it, there's a lot of sexism in there because there's like 1950-ish writing.
Yeah.
55, 56.
It's funny how sometimes you sort of just gotta read over some of the other shit and just, get the lesson. Just get the lesson.
Yeah, he was talking about women being homemakers and stuff like that and not working and all
That's one thing I don't like about cancel culture is a lot of people miss the entire point because they're stuck on the little shit. And we even call it the little shit, just, the one shit that's off or something like that. Anyways.
See, that
as millennials, we got to think against cancel culture.
Oh my God.
We
go
kind
with
of.
this.
Right. What did you learn from 2020? Like Trans Lee said, everything's random.
I definitely learned the fake from the phony.
The what?
The fake from the phony. Hold on.
You got to sneeze.
No,
oh man.
I definitely learned the real from the fake for sure. I think in 2022, like this, I mean not 2022, but 2020 really broke some friendships, especially like with race and stuff like that. And on Facebook and shit like that, like people had really shown their true colors on some of that. So
shit, I've been seeing that since the Trayvon Martin trial.
I mean, yeah, that, but you see a lot of it, like a lot now.
Don't get on Facebook now. Anytime a police officer get put on trial, it be nothing but race wars in that motherfucker.
It really do, for real.
Been fighting with people all day over that shit. Well, actually trolling. I love trolling racist white people. Most of the time because they don't know they're racist, because they just been taught some shit. But it's just always fun to do anyways.
Right.
I love training racist people. I troll the shit out of some racist people.
Oh my gosh, Robert, you're a bully. Is that bullying? Would that be considered bullying?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
Well, I think there's a difference between trying to have an intelligent discussion with
That is
someone
true.
than
Okay.
people who are just spouting stupid stuff just because they're ignorant and racist, and then you call them out on it, then they get mad, and it's like, because for example,
Yeah,
Well-
once I learn that they're not that intelligent,
Yeah.
the trolling begins.
because for example, what just happened, once people start bringing up, oh, you realize that he was mixed, then some of those racists, you don't hear them, they're like, oh, you saw his white mama, they're like, that was his mama, and then you're like, why do y'all think, it's like, you do realize what being biracial is, don't you?
Right.
Wait, who's mixed?
The
Talking about the 20-year-old
Yeah.
kid?
yeah,
That officer's gonna get off, by the way.
yeah, I'm sure.
She's gonna get off from that shit.
Of course they are.
I mean, it's a classic manslaughter charge, but the way the
Right.
statute is out there, it doesn't really define what she went through. So, being that even on video, it seems like an accidental discharge, the rest doesn't even really matter for real.
Mhm.
Even though, in Alabama, that shit is manslaughter. Like, it ain't no. But, I mean, unless they're the police, then I'm sure it wouldn't matter then.
Well, the guy who in Madison, the one that body slammed the elderly Indian man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're suing them for damages like that because they tried to take it to trial and then because he's back in India.
Got like a
Yeah, he
million
got
some dollars.
Well, because he sued the police now, they're
Yeah.
suing him individually.
Good.
And so,
Take him for all
yes,
this shit.
but yeah, he's back in India and he's walking with walkers. So they're like, hey, at least he's up walking.
He got permanent damage over
Yeah.
that shit.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
But that CAG though, he put a CAG up there. That shit. If it was anybody else, that shit would have got some instant replays. Like if that was like a fight, boy, he CAG'd the shit out of dude.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I
He
need to see that.
food.
I don't need to see it. I saw it when they were airing it the first time.
I
Let me stop
remember.
airing all this stuff, honestly. It's just.
Sad and
That shit was nuts.
Well, yeah, the local news literally showed it at 5, 6, and 10 for like weeks.
Yeah.
But 2020 taught me that I view 2020 as a year that people's rose-colored glasses were removed. People started seeing things for what they were,
Yeah.
and people for who they are,
Yeah.
and people had to learn that it was okay to be alone,
Yes.
and you have to depend on yourself.
And you learned that you do not like your spouse.
Well, a lot of people did get divorced, but there were a lot of people that got some shotgun weddings too. They're like, let's get married. And I'm just like,
Man, what?
well, because I feel like people thought the world was going to implode like it was like Y2K all over again. I was waiting for someone to start playing 1999.
I was prepared for 2020 because
That's funny.
it was very similar to the recession in 2009. So like I had already seen it while I was still living with my parents or living with my mama and all of them. So at this age, I had pretty much just prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
It was, yeah. So 2020 was cool. I like 2020 because 2020 was like a test. If you can survive years like that when everything is turned upside down, you'll be alright in the world.
I'm gonna start going to places now when people invite me. Okay.
I'm sitting here thinking, things happen kind of like in 10-year periods because this happened like, what, 2020, a little bit in 2019.
Yeah.
And then the recession happened in 2008, 2009-ish. And then all that stuff happened in 99, 2000, all the school shootings and all that other stuff. It's like all that stuff happens over like 3-year periods.
That's true. Oh, I didn't even think about
Oh, did y'all see there was another school shooting too
that.
in
Where?
Knoxville?
No.
It's like 6 dead or something like that.
Yeah.
What?
They had to kill the kid. Or whoever was doing the shooting. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was a kid, but yeah. The gunman was killed, I would say that.
Okay. When
But,
did this happen?
Last week or
Last
earlier
week,
this
okay.
week. something
Earlier
like
this
that.
week. It was like
It's like
Monday, I
Monday.
think. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Monday. Yeah, it was only. I don't think it got a lot of press because of everything else going on.
Shit been kind of wild lately.
That means like these people wilding out in the
I'm
streets.
telling you.
All right, who's next?
I guess I'll.
You're the one that follows these, and you have to like.
Oh, in closing, in 2020, make sure when Christmas roll around,
for 2021.
2021. Make sure you get whatever it is that significant other wants.
What
It's
you
a
talking
new
about?
car. I'm saying, like, if the
Is there something you want? Is there something that happened in 2021? Tell us about.
She wants to
No,
talk.
I'm
She's
just
talking to some significant other.
What?
No,
Is she talking to
I'm
her?
just-
Is she talking to her future
okay,
husband,
moving right
fiance,
along.
your future bae?
Do people put too much stock in what other people think?
Absolutely.
Explain.
I think, especially with social media, people do not post things if other people aren't gonna give them like positive feedback.
Why you-
People don't want negative feedback. People just want people to kiss their asses, pretty much, and that's not how the world works. So, you get what I'm saying? Like, for example, with celebrities, they put your business out there if you don't want people to respond to it. Even in the real world, don't tell people stuff and then get mad when they give you their opinion.
Why are you looking for people's opinions anyway? I don't really count. People's
Well,
opinions don't
when
really
you get
matter.
big too, your opinions can make or break your career. This is why with me. Excuse me. Like with me, I'm real all the time. I'm always me, no matter what. So
You
if
say
I get
always
big,
me?
I'm always me. So no matter what, no matter how big I potentially can become, it's never going to matter because people are never going to be surprised at anything that I do. Kanye West, perfect example. He's always been him, no matter what.
Yeah.
Does that mean people don't have a problem with it? Nah. A lot of motherfuckers have a problem with it. He's still a billionaire. Them shits still sell out. Them ugly ass Yeezys still sell out. Them slave clothes still sell out. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when you're true to yourself, then you know you can disagree with somebody else, but when you know how they are and who they are, you know what to expect. And because of that, whether you disagree or not, you sort of tend to still respect the person for being who they are.
Yeah.
I can respect an openly racist person. I won't like them. They're probably gonna say some shit that's gonna make me smack the shit out of them. But I can respect that they open about it.
That's a good one.
Because I think once you get into people being fake, that's when people start getting annoyed.
Yeah.
Because Kanye, he tries to stay true to who he is.
Yeah.
Because there are some people, for example, let's use Instagram or Twitter, for example. People go and post stuff. If you're in the public eye, whether you A, B, C, or D list celebrity, people are going to have their opinion. You are showing that you're insecure if you're sitting there responding to people commenting negative about you.
Well,
What-
really, it's if you like change who you are
Yeah.
because you're worried about
Yeah.
how they react to you. Like, yeah, it's like you said. When you get to the fake part, and you start having to be fake to appease people. That's what you fucking up at. Just stay 100% you. That shit is. I hate fake. I hate fake.
Me too.
Like to the point where for the longest, I hated makeup. Cause
What?
it ain't you.
What they got to Robert? Are you serious right
I hate
Makeup? Are you kidding me? What they got to do
There's
with
so
it?
much shit. Like when I say naturalist, I am a naturalist kind of person. Like
So you hate
Whitney.
weave too or something?
I had a thing for against that.
He probably ran into a bunch of girls that look good with a bunch of makeup on, and then when they eat something the next day, they were all like, "Cause some
I
people-
just hated how a lot of people were so dependent on it, and then especially when you see pretty women that are dependent on makeup, like that was just like, why does this matter so much? And then they always say the same thing: "Oh, I'm doing it for me, not for anyone else." That's bullshit. Because if nobody gave a fuck, you wouldn't be out here trying to look like no clown. It just wouldn't happen. Not saying that they look like a clown, but clowns have all the heavy makeup and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
why
some
I'm
of them
making
do.
know what you
Yeah.
got. Them fucking eyelashes, I do not understand that shit. Fucking wave fans, fucking like, you can cool down the room with them shits.
Shut up.
How you keep your eyes open all day long?
Fake. It's fake.
Just fake.
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking shit right now,
You are.
but it's fine.
Oh
Anyway.
See, you're talking about all the fake face stuff. You're not talking about any of the other stuff, like people who get stuff done and then they're like, "I never did anything. I'm natural."
You know.
You went from not having an ass to having a big ass. People are gonna notice.
Yeah, fucking legs skinny as shit, and then you just got all this super dunk going on. Like, that don't right.
But they got some lace fronts for these guys out here that's going bald in the middle. You know,
They have hair transplants.
Man, just let that shit go. You got a turtle head, just wear some hats and call it a day.
Or
Oh,
just
and they
shave-
getting out fake dreads too, by the way.
But some
Yeah, I
guys
didn't
just
fuck
shave
with
their
that either.
heads. They just started shaving their heads.
I ain't
because
fuck with that
of-
either. I don't fuck with that either. When I was younger,
We can't
my
have
hair wasn't
nothing.
quite long enough, so the my braider was talking about putting weave in my hair just to make it long enough to braid. And I was like, fuck no, I'm just gonna be ugly.
Why?
It's gonna be
Oh
ugly
my-
till it grows. It just ain't gonna happen. I can't do that. Can't do that shit.
So are you just gonna shave your head one day when you start going bald? Is that what's gonna happen, or are you just
I
gonna
don't
let
go
you-
bald.
Are you just
My
gonna let
family
it
don't
fall
go
out?
bald, so I ain't gotta worry about that.
What, on both sides?
But
they
if I
both got
was starting to
hair?
go bald,
you
I just
would.
let it go. Ain't no reason to fight it. Let that shit go. But you know, I don't care about things like, you know, looks and shit like that. Look at how I am on the show today. Fucking got a burn hole in my pants. Shit.
But
regular
here's the thing: you're
t-shirt.
saying you don't care about looks, but you're saying you don't care about your looks. Do you care about a woman's looks?
Look, I want you to care about yourself.
That's
But-
a yes.
But hold on. Hold on. I want you to care about yourself. There are a lot of women that aren't like physically appeasing the way everybody says a fine woman is, but the way they carry themselves makes themselves fine. Because they have that confidence within themselves,
That's
and it
right.
makes them look good. And I'm cool with that.
Shout out to the big girls. Because they are looking good.
Big don't make you ugly,
That is true. And that.
but like not like taking care of yourself is another thing, because that addresses a totally different issue. It's not even about you being big at that point. It's just
right,
about
but some
do
people
you
make it it's
care
like,
about-
oh, she's big, but she's cute. And that's how she carries it with confidence.
Yeah, it ain't that confident if
It's the
you're not taking care of your body though.
Exactly. And you're older. You gotta take care of your older. It's okay, go. Gotta get up under them rolls. Okay, go.
I don't even know what just happened.
Okay, go.
Do you think it should take a village to raise a child?
It should. 'Cause
Our
that's what's
kids.
wrong with some of these kids these days. People don't want other people to whoop their kids, and some of these other kids needs whipping. They need
Oh, we
no
talked
whipping.
about this already.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Did no?
Yes. We
No.
did.
Not on the show. Are you
I
sure?
thought we
Did we
did.
talk about this on the show before?
No, we didn't talk about it on the show.
I thought we did in
See,
passing.
let me tell y'all what's happening.
I thought we did in passing.
What happened was we sit up here and talk about stuff while it ain't airing.
Okay.
Y'all gonna sit up here and go.
We gonna talk about it again. So,
Oh my god.
yes, the freaking village should raise the child.
Ow.
Why do I say that? The village already raises the child. Does it? Yes, it does. I'm glad you asked. Because you take your kids to school, right? Yeah. What do your kids learn from? They learn from the teacher and the kids around them. That's a village. Congratulations. Nah.
You just had a whole conversation with yourself.
You did, because nobody asked you anything.
Now the question was asked out loud.
It
I
was,
answered
but
it.
And you just had
And
a
I
whole
had a-
conversation with
no,
yourself.
you-
Did I answer the question?
You had a
Right?
whole conversation
Oh
by
my
yourself.
So here are we.
oh my
Robert, are you
God.
just gonna go and get make it to where it's just three of you up here and you just have conversations with yourself?
Right.
Hey, I can make some shit happen.
Conversations with Robert. That's
Right.
the new thing.
It'll be a long ass recording session.
No, he's gonna do his own talk radio show and just be yelling in collars.
Like, man, what the? Nah, but yeah, the village already raised the child. How much should the village raise though?
How you're saying because there are some parents that put the responsibility of raising their kids on the schools, everyone else, and then when things happen, they don't want to take responsibility for their kids being bad or shooting up schools.
Yeah, because they weren't parenting. If your kid's shooting up a school, you did a horrible job as a parent.
They'll blame it on the parent, huh?
Spare the ride,
Well, some of those kids end up killing their parents before they go and shoot up the school.
because they never had an ass whooping before.
That's right, and that's why you gotta whoop their ass.
They had talkings too, where they went and sat in corners and they were talked to.
That works for some kids.
Yes.
Some kids need that ass whoop.
Some kids,
We got put in the corner. You know, my dad
Some
was
kids- they don't do that. And
See, didn't get her ass whooped.
I came out fine though. I ain't shoot up nobody. Now we'll fuck a motherfucker up, but I ain't shot up nobody though.
Yeah, that's not how we're grading this. We're grading this on the overall person. No ass whoopings. Ass whoopings. I'm sure you got them, right?
yeah.
I definitely got some ass whoopings.
I did too.
You did not.
What's happening over here?
It's crazy. You can see a lie in someone's eyes. Like,
Wendy, what's
your
happening
eyes
here?
are lying right now.
My eyes are not even open.
I hope they are. I hope you're just not sitting here.
Yeah. Yeah, every kid don't need an ass whooping, but you know, when
But
talking don't work and you still wilding out and embarrassing me in public, I'm putting a foot up there.
Like the ones that be acting
And if we
up.
gotta surgically remove it, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Like the ones that be acting up in the
Grocery store? Yes. Yes. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that be running down the aisle, knocking down all the cereals down the aisle, and you're like, the kid needs to be whooped.
Man, do you want me to do it?
Like,
What?
let some shit like that happen, and it wasn't on accident. The fucking people that work at the grocery store, they gonna be laughing at the video. Like, look at this motherfucker. Whoo, this where he snatched it up at. Whoo, oh wait, see the backhand action on this. 5-5, gave that kid a 2-piece so goddamn fast.
Right, but now
Put this motherfucking boxing
some of
scoop.
these parents don't want you to touch their kid. Don't touch my kid. Don't
See, back in the day, everybody could whoop everybody's kid.
That is true. Nancy next door.
The problem with that was everybody don't know how to whoop kids. That's why that shit had to stop.
Some people were making, some of it was child abuse.
Yeah, a lot of shit was child
I got
abuse.
you. I got you.
Because people just be whooping kids because they mad. Like,
Yeah.
you don't whoop kids out of anger. You whoop them to protect them. Like,
Or you whoop them because you love them.
you talk to them. If that don't work, they're not understanding the lesson. So you find different ways to get them to understand the lesson. When finally no other way works, then you whoop their ass.
Or you can put
A lot of
them in
these
the corner. You
parents-
missed the put them in the corner
I
part.
said you do everything else that
Okay.
you can.
Alright.
Some parents go straight to, you pissing me off. Foul. Start smacking the shit. You can't be doing all of that. Nah, that ain't how you do that. But whooping is a tool. You can always tell which kids get whooped too much. Because they act bad until you pretty much cuss them out. Then they don't never know they're in trouble until they get cussed out. And then it's like, oh, we get it now. Because all mama do is cuss you out at home. Or daddy. That's all they do. So because of that, they just don't react. They don't ever think they're in trouble until it gets to that point.
Right. Okay. You gotta curse them out in order for them to know that they're in trouble.
Man, I was with some kids one day, and this kid was acting up, and I didn't mean to. It just came out. You know, he did something that could have endangered himself, and I was like, "Get your ass!" And it just slipped out. And then when that happened, like he just straightened up.
Wow.
I never had a problem from that kid ever again.
You had to talk to him like that because that's how you used to getting talked to at home.
I only had to do it once, but yeah, never had to talk to him again. And that motherfucker, they used to put him in my class because he was like, I was that teacher. Like, kids start acting up, they're like, okay, we're gonna send all them to Mr. Robin, and then
Dang.
yeah, that's how I ended up in that situation. Cause I was that kid. I wasn't bad. I didn't get into like no
Okay.
trouble. Well, I got into trouble, but it was for like
cleared up.
it was for like stupid shit. It wasn't like no talking too much, stuff like that.
Trying to set school on fire,
No,
that kind of thing.
You did what?
No,
You
you
did
know,
You
no.
what?
No, but
Nah.
you know, everyone.
I ain't never tried to do
No,
that.
but you know,
that.
there are some crazy kids that do that stuff.
yeah,
Pulling fire
there was some that's
alarms.
like that.
You ain't never
Trying to
pulled a
fire.
fire alarm.
Nah, I just talked too much. Thought I knew everything. Shit like that.
Shit ain't changed. It's
Not for
probably
real.
still- Yeah.
Well, they can't paddle kids to school anymore. When I was in middle school, they were paddling kids left to right.
Boy,
they were
was
bad.
fucking kids
Still
up.
paddle kids
In the
in
90s.
school.
They was doing it when I was in high school.
They was still
No, they were
paddling in the 90s?
They were still paddling it when I was in. I wasn't in high school in the 90s.
No, when I was in middle school, they were still paddling. That was like the mid
I thought
90s.
you said
When I was in high school, they were paddling. That was 04 to 08.
04, really?
Man, we had a Q dog as an assistant principal. He had his Q dog paddling.
Oh, baby. I know he was
He used to
tearing up
fuck
some
them up.
ass.
My homeboy said he skipped class, got caught one day, And they called his mom. See, they called her parents. They said, we're going to suspend him or he can get this Padlet.
Got the paddle.
And mama said, he said, so you're either going to send him home or you can get these 3 licks. Mama said, whoop his ass. Whoop his ass.
His mama said that?
Yeah.
I know that's real.
Nah, you do that now. Parents will be
you
like,
people
nah,
like,
you gonna
"Don't
take
touch
the
my
days.
kid."
Don't touch my baby. That's what's wrong with your kid now. Because you don't ever touch your baby. But, yeah.
Dang.
Ass whoopings work.
Ass whooping saves lives.
Whoop your kids.
Just don't beat them, please.
Yeah, don't beat your kids. That's just cruel and unusual. I got beat one time. That shit was crazy. I had forged my mom's name on a spelling test, right?
Oh yeah, you need to.
See, this how it happened. In the 5th grade, we took these pre-tests. If you get 100 on the pre-test, you get your parents to sign it. You don't gotta take the real test. You get to play while everybody else gotta take the
I
test.
can't believe you did that.
I got 100 on the pre-test, but naturally, I forgot to get my mama to sign it. So I forged her name on there, so I can go play with the kids. My teacher, she was an asshole. But anyways, she was like, this is your mama's signature. This is where I fucked up at.
Robert,
I
did
started
you not-
erasing the signature because I messed up on it, and that's why I fucked up.
Robert,
at.
here's the
Started
question.
erasing my-
Did you not do the rule? Okay, because it was on paper, right? You didn't put it underneath it and trace it over and make
Yeah,
sure.
but I fucked up a little bit because I didn't see the light right. So I was trying to like erase it and then redo it, and that's where I fucked up at. But anyways, so
I was good. You should just said that.
so I did this a few times.
Yeah,
So
oh my
so
God.
I thought I had it down. I just fucked up this
Oh
once.
my God.
So my teacher's like, Robert, you did not
You
get your
did
mama
your
to sign
ass
this.
whoop for that.
And she was so stuck on this 100 on a pretest that my mama didn't sign that she called my mama. And I'm lying so hard to my mama. My mom was actually thinking back, like, did I sign this shit last night?
That's fucked up.
Like, and then I get on the phone with her, and the first thing she says is, you going to your daddy's tonight. Fuck. I was thinking about that ass whooping all day. Finally get to the house. I remember the whole speech. This was in the 5th grade. This was 21 years ago. my daddy, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
And Robert,
You want it now or after dinner? Go get my belt.
Oh my God.
Get to your drawers and go get my belt. See, there wasn't no pants on with my dad whoopings. He didn't let you pad your shorts and all that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, it was butt naked ass whippings. I went up there, grabbed this small little belt. Went back downstairs. He said, now you just pissing me off, son. I'm like, fuck. I go upstairs, I grab that leather. I come back down. And you know you going to get the pain. The first lick, you don't even feel. The second lick, I'm like, ooh. By that third lick, I'm hollering. Ah! Like, it was crazy. My sister, she was just born.
Oh my
She was
God.
upstairs asleep. My dad was like, if you wake your sister up, you getting double.
Oh my God.
I had to take 21 licks. Quiet as fuck.
Robert, oh my goodness.
That shit was tough, boy. That's the hardest ass whooping I ever got in my life.
Ooh.
That was an ass
can't believe
whooping.
you-
I got beat like a slave that day.
Okay. Well, that's pushing it.
It was so bad, my grandma cussed him out. She don't never cuss. When's the last time you heard grandma cuss? Never.
Never.
Never. She got on the phone and was like, nigga, da-da-da, you did that way too. Like, she wild out on my daddy over that shit.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, and I'm over here like, you didn't know he was gonna do that? I knew that shit. Like, what's happening? Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got one more.
No, everybody.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
well, Robert, they overreacted. You probably should have gotten in trouble, but they overreacted a little bit. And I'm glad that you're not good at forging because, I mean, clearly.
Oh, I'd never signed that woman's name ever again.
If you would have been
To
good, you
this
could
day, I ain't signed that shit. Like, hell nah. She gave me her card one time and I had to do the credit card. They said, hey mama, I gotta sign your name right here. I was like 17 years old. Hey mama, I gotta sign your name again.
Oh my God. Traumatized. Ooh, he was traumatized after that ass.
Oh
That shit
man,
was
beat
hilarious.
the shit out of me, boy.
Woo.
Then had me in the yard the next day picking up rocks. Talking about, hey, get these rocks organized. Get all these leaves up out of here. If it ain't done by this time, you're getting double from yesterday. I was like, what the fuck? I called my mom. I had her come pick me up. He didn't even know it. I was back in the house before she called him. He was like, I thought he was still outside. I ran away from home. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Oh, my stomach hurt from laughing from that shit.
Pops beat the hell out of me that day. I got some ass whooping stories.
Oh, my goodness.
For days. Me and my brother both. We got some ass whooping stories for days.
I thought you said it wasn't bad.
My brother was getting whooped by, we were both getting whooped by his mama one day. And he tried to run and squirm. And he turned around and got hit in the dick. Boy, that belt came around, whipped the race. He was like, oh, shit. Should just stay still. You got fucked up. You got fucked up with that belt. It was, ooh, boy. That shit was rough.
On that note,
Oh, we got stories.
Please don't.
being a life for crimes don't pay. Glad that you made it out and have had to live for the last.
Whoop your kids, but don't beat them.
Yes,
Whoop your kids.
and don't be
beat
forging
'em.
your parents' stuff.
Yeah.
And don't forge your parents' signature in the first place. But keep them 100s on them spelling tests.
Right, that was a good one, Robert. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Oh, shit.
The dick though, that was